their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jones. They'll roll him out right. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
To throw once more on 2nd. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. But here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned.
And the pressure gets to him again. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. This defense for the Patriots, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Tua, fast pass outside complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. The quick slant caught. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Off play action. Jones. Throw left side going to be taken in by Harris. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And look at this, it's a fake, but he will not make the 1st down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just notice special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake, but Brandon,
Don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the fourth quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Well, kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On second down, it's McGee. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On third down, McGee gets past one man.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Forced out to his left. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a give right side. It's McGee. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Out of the gun on third down. Here's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They'll try and run the option, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. They find some open field here. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. 53 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. Edwards-Helaire now off the option. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Powers through, and he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now a give, running left is Harris. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Could just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Eluding the pressure right. This is intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving. Get your
throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off at the 24. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and 8 coming up. Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This time they stay on the ground. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And a tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. McGee. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2 and now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
On first down, it's McGee. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. Space to run past the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, if they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. On the right side open is Gesicki. Touchdown Dolphins! Mike Gesicki, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Pats at the line ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. Escaping the pressure. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Second down and goal. Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Sanders now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Tua giving to Gaskin on the option. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Gaskin again on 2nd down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tua going to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
The kick by Sanders is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Here's Jones, throwing on first down. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. On second down now, it's Harris. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Patriots. Najee Harris hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Za'Darius Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
But when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Now Jones on 1st and 10.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. And to the 40-yard line. That's where the return.
What up, Deli?
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it
I'm talking
was
about
the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed. Just
bro, I went for it on. I went for it twice on like the 30, 40-yard line. I was tripping.
But oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And
he threw me a pick 6, Dale. He's stupid.
The Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Damn. Got life, cuz. We got life. 2 stops, cuz.
I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before.
Move over that. Too fast.
Now, good luck to them.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13.
I already approved this. No, I can't approve my own shit. I'm tripping. Let's hit that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Yeah, I shouldn't be losing this game though. He fucked it off. Doing stupid shit.
This out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
All good, all good. A lot of time though, a lot of time.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter.
Oh, damn! Woo, I should have been a pick right there. You better stop testing me, cuz. I peeled back just a little too late, Deli. Smelly Deli.
They're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. 2 and out.
That's big. That ain't happening, cuz. That ain't happening, bro.
Again, stopping behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Here's a really good picture of me. Thank you for listening. That is all.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Steps away.
Let's go. There we go. Motherfuckers trying to roll out. There we go.
In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him.
Quick score right here, man. Let's go. No, but leave him alone.
Goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
When you need leverage to look at this. Greek free covers his
That's a penalty.
Taking on the midfield.
He a goofy running into the kicker. That's a penalty.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Jones on 1st down.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll
Let's
take
go.
it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Hey,
nice return
what?
sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the
bruh.
in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On 2nd and 9, Tua.
Pick!
Oh, he dropped it.
Oh, pick that shit off.
30, couldn't catch
Damn, my niggas is right there, cuz. Oh, it's lagging. Oh, it's lagging.
Because your friend, Old Momentum,
Oh, my, it's lagging. Yeah, it's lagging, bro. I can't even pick a play. Oh, wow.
He's gonna make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden,
I'm about to have to.
on your hands.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Tua.
Oh, that's a good play.
He's got his man in stride, complete.
It's about to cut the string. It's about to cut the down. Wow.
And that's certainly a big
Man.